Tuesday, September 5th, 2017. I would ask at this time if everyone would please rise to salute our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Dunleavy.
Here.
Council members Hudson.
Present.
Costa.
Here.
Della Ripa.
Here.
D'Amato.
Here.
Sandemeyer.
Here.
Yazdi.
Here. Also with us, our Municipal Clerk, Jane McCarthy, and also Brianna Calabro, our tax assistant. Our clerk in training is joining us again this evening, and our Borough Attorney, Fred Semrau, is here this evening. The first order of business is a very special presentation. Everything says Rebecca, and I don't know you as Rebecca, so I'm going to have to call you Becky. So, no, I'm just going to come off the dais. Tonight we're here to honor and celebrate Becky Van Cedar's amazing achievement of achieving the Gold Award for Girl Scouts. It is an incredible achievement, and we're just here to honor you and congratulate you for this amazing achievement in your young life. It's funny, I was on my way and I said to my wife, Becky got her gold, and she was just amazed. She was a leader for years and just knew how hard it was, and I don't think she ever had a girl in all my wife's years of doing it achieve gold. So it's very special when you're in an elite crowd achieving what you've achieved. I'd like to welcome everyone and all of Becky's friends and fellow Girl Scouts, and congratulate her parents, Cindy Van Cedar and Jim Rowland, who's here with us tonight, and her aunt and her grandma and grandpa, who are here to celebrate with us. So, Becky, I'm going to ask you to come up and join me, because I have a presentation for you. We waited for you. Oh, sorry about that. Again, I'm honored to be here tonight to celebrate this amazing achievement. And we're going to present you a proclamation from the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Bloomingdale. And I do want to read these directly. Whereas Rebecca Van Cedars is being honored today for receiving the greatest Girl Scout achievement, the Girl Scout Gold Award. The Girl Scout Gold Award expresses a girl's special commitment to herself, to her community, her world, and the future. And whereas Rebecca is a member of Troop 95-420 under the guidance of troop leaders Jean Perry and Lori Wolf, and has not only proven herself to be an outstanding member of the Girl Scouts of America, but has obtained the highest honor bestowed on a Girl Scout, the Girl Scout Gold Award. And whereas, through the process of earning the Gold Award, girls build skills that ensure future success, and many develop a lifelong commitment to community service. And whereas, to receive this honor, Rebecca instituted an entrepreneurial program called TREPS to the middle school in Pequannock, raising money for starter kits, working with teachers and administration to teach the program, and held a marketplace where the students were able to sell their products from the businesses that they created. Whereas Rebecca is a graduate of Butler High School and currently a freshman at the County College of Morris. First day classes?
No. It is still like second week. Well, first week.
Now therefore, I, Jonathan Dunleavy, the Mayor of the Borough of Bloomingdale, do hereby proclaim that Tuesday, September 15th, 2017, as Rebecca Van Cedar's Day in the Borough of Bloomingdale. And I urge all citizens to congratulate Rebecca for the honor she's receiving today and encourage her to continue her commitment to excellence, not only in the troop, but also in our community. I'm proud to present this to you today. Congratulations, Rebecca. Some friends, assistant leaders, anyone with us on the spot, if they want to say a few words before
This wonderful person has to speak up, because honestly, this has been Rebecca's advice throughout.
I advised Becky on her Gold Award. She worked so hard. She did everything I pushed her to do, and she did so much more on her own. Pamela, who is the founder of TREPS, who we reached out to, and she said, sure, let me help. And Sandra Harvey, who's run trips with me at Paul Petit Bergen for years. Everyone knows how hard Becky has worked for this. She's done such a great job. 86 hours is really hard, but it was something she loved, and she really, really deserves this.
That was Teresa Marino.
Rebecca, congratulations.
Couldn't be more proud to watch you grow, turn into the young woman that you are. You have so much.
Here we go, sweetheart.
This is Mom.
This is Mom. You know me, I can't say anything without crying. I'm proud of you, sweetheart. This is a really huge accomplishment for you. Incredible. Thank you so much. Got it all? All right.
And Grandma and Grandpa coming, who usually caravan across the country. It's a good thing to have departed yet.
No.
Tonight as we celebrate.
I remember you helped me build yourself a swing set. Now here you go, help other people.
Becky, we're so proud of you, sweetie. Proud of you, kiddo. You did a great job.
For those who don't know, the Trench program, which is a lot of work, I only was able to participate through my children who did it at Burton School. Still talk about all the money they make. Okay, but it's a great program. I know the council's familiar with it, where students develop a business, they have to do a business plan, they have to market it, with advertising, and then they have a big special evening where the kids sell their products. It's a great program. The fact that it's assistance to bring into the community is great, and I'm sure the client is going to continue to do it as a result. It's a great thing for all the kids to learn responsibility, managing budgeting money, and all that. So, again, in closing, we're so proud of you. I'll see you when you drive by. Again, congratulations to the family, and very happy to be here.
I'm just gonna take this space now, get this snap picture. John. Thank you so much.
This is my first goal sergeant. I've had many Eagle Scouts.
Okay.
It's fun to do, but this is not. First of all, here.
Take a picture of it and picture
Yes.
Jim, come on.
Next goal award project.
I don't think there's any hope. Yes, you're good.
Okay. You got us?
Yes.
All right. Perfect, we're good?
Becky, before you go, I need to thank you, Jane, for letting me present to you our lapel pin, which is the Borough seal. And after we're proud of you, you're not of your best. Great.
Absolutely, but
I thank everyone for coming. At this time, we're going to go into an early executive session. So before we go, I ask for a motion to go to early.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so as everyone departs, we will enter an executive in about 20 minutes. We'll come back out into our public meeting. At 8:05 p.m. Mic's on. Everyone? Okay, thank you. There is one non-agenda item. The non-agenda item is the hiring of a shelter part-time person, Dawn Little, $10 an hour, 15 hours a week. You can see on the agenda, there's the hiring of Nicole Irving. A few months ago, we hired 2 people, but neither worked out. So we finally found 2 that we hope will be the help that Lisa Perry, our ACO, needs. So that is the only non-agenda item. I need a motion now to open early public comment.
So moved.
Second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to an agenda item, please come on up. Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved.
Yazdi and Tony? Sotomayor. All in favor?
Aye.
Reports, Jane and Bree, do you have anything for us?
Just the candlelight walk is Monday evening. Line up at 7 o'clock in Butler, and then we'll proceed down Hamburg to Bloomingdale.
Thank you. Fred, do you have anything for us?
Mayor, I know you spoke last month about the Huntley case versus the borough and the decision by the court that was very favorable, that addressed the claim that there was a conservation easement. We're in a position now where we're getting ready to go forward with the remaining aspects of the case. But that, again, this is a significant part of the significant decision. It was not, a motion for reconsideration was not filed. So we're getting ready now to go forward in the next phase of this case. But we believe the most significant claim, at least that's been alleged by the plaintiff, was the one that was disposed of by the court in favor of the borough, 100% in favor of the borough. We're also working on the foreclosures. You know, we have another complaint that's about to be filed so that those properties would become ultimately off the tax rolls, because what would happen is we would have the borough acquire the land, and then you could put it up for public auction and get it out there to potential suitors for the property and put it on the tax rolls.
Perfect.
And as you mentioned earlier, Jeff Berezny's here this evening. He's been working on a number of matters in the borough, and as you said, getting many of your emails, Mayor. So Jeff's here tonight. He's practicing law about 15 years, and he's also been working on the matter, the Mid-American salt matter, where they've sued a number of towns who purchased salt through the Morris County Co-op. We think that case, we don't believe it has merit. They claim that somehow the borough and other municipalities should have purchased more salt even if you didn't need it and other things. But Jeff's in the process of moving towards requesting a dismissal on that case and other matters that he's working on.
Good. Great.
Thanks.
Very nice to meet you, Jeff, finally.
Fred,
Thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work on the Huntley matter. You guys did great.
Thank you.
Fred.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Any council person have anything?
Yeah, just talk about the 100th. We're meeting again this Saturday. We moved our 100th meetings to Saturday morning because it's been very hard to get everybody together during the week because of work commitments, whatever. So hopefully we'll have the bulk of everybody here Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. We will be here for a couple hours. We're also setting up for Pride Day. So we're working on getting the banner done for Pride Day, the T-shirts there, so we can start selling them at Pride Day and start advertising this thing a little bit bigger. The one thing I do want to talk about, I don't know if we can do it here or, as I spoke to you about this, John, is the ice skating rink. Mike and myself went down to measure Sloan's Park for an ice skating rink, and we have plenty of room to either do the 40 by 100, Mike?
I believe so.
Right, and then there was another one a little bit smaller, but there is plenty of room. But the biggest thing is the park. Okay?
Yeah, we are waiting on a formal final work schedule, and I just spoke to Paul, our engineer, today, that everything's based on the bridge, when the bridge is going to be here. The park will be done before February date that you're referring to.
Because I just thought, with the park being open, that would be a great, we're back into that, because we did, we have the Methodist Church for our museum type thing set up for hot chocolate, as people want to get out in the cold.
It's perfect.
That's set up. We're doing a lot of stuff in the background. One thing that's happening is the book. We took the 75th book, and we were able, Brian Breaker was actually able to take and get a copy to PDF form so we can make changes. So he did that, that's done. So when we meet on Saturday, because Ed Fletcher, Mike's dad, they're on it, Craig and Bill are kind of handling the book end of it. So if we want to delete things, make changes, update it to the current, it's really come along. We met with Minuteman Press. We're waiting for a quote on them for the book. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. So it's coming along.
Back to the ice skating, I do recall an email that you wanted on the agenda.
Yeah, sorry, John.
Yeah, but
I
it's
just
okay.
realized that.
Because the issue was
We have some time.
to do a Winterfest one time, you could rent it, but it's about the same amount of money to buy the item. Now, it wasn't a budgeted item, but you wouldn't need it till February, so January is a new year. So
Right.
you could always consider it out of the Rose Fund in January, or a transfer in November, so.
Well, the cost of the large one versus the largest one is the same, the 40 by 100 is almost like an NHL rink or a high school rink, you might say. But this we can actually, depending upon monies, if we go a little bit smaller, it's less money.
I like the one
and
that
then we
guarantees
can-
the ice, though.
Yeah, but that's, you're talking,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in communication with them, they come, but the park will not, they'll come in and put a base on it, because it's gotta be perfectly level to make that all work.
Actually dig
But
into
it-
the ground and.
Yeah, I mean, the rink itself is reasonable, but when you add everything into it to make it cold and all that stuff,
Right.
it kinda doubles in cost.
Okay.
Isn't a skating ring a permanent structure? I thought we were gonna, what, no?
The rink that I'm looking at, you can put it up in an hour.
Okay, so you
It's
can
a-
take
it's
it
an outdoor-
back down
it's a
if there's a
puzzle,
flood
there's-
coming or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah,
we would only
but-
put it up for Winterfest and winter
Right.
events.
So-
And then next year, we would put it probably by one of the basketball courts for the winter. You know, basically, it's a big plastic ring with a liner, but there's no nailing things down, it just snaps all together. If you wanna make it bigger, you just call them and say, send me more parts, and they just,
Very cool.
you know, it's actually pretty cool.
You don't have a formal in writing price quote, do you?
Yeah, I do, so.
You do? All right, so just hold that till November, and then we can always go January, worst
Okay.
case. We usually don't do any capital until like April, May, so it's tough, but.
If we have to go with the smaller one, I think we could probably find them on.
Well, I think the Rose can handle it in the new year, sure. Okay,
Okay.
good. Anyone else? Anything?
Just,
Yep.
shirts will be done by Pride Day.
Thank you.
Good. And the banner that Dawn designed and to advertise it on Main Street. A couple things on my end. Most of our animal control contracts are up, our interlocals, so I've begun the renewal process on those. We will be changing shortly our phone service in town. As you know, we've had problems with our current phone system. So we shopped, got multiple pricing for a cloud-based system, including new phones. Based on the service, it's a reduction of approximately $14,000 annually we will save by getting rid of Cablevision for the phone service. We still need Cablevision for the internet, but a cloud-based system through our IT company. So I should have that on the agenda shortly to finalize that. It ended up being we had a damage to the phone system at DPW based on water damage, and the cost to repair that is as much as this whole new system. It's literally $200 out of pocket, and we're gonna interest-free pay this thing over 36 months. The cost is less than $5,000. But the savings on the service is where we get the $15,000 annual savings. So I'll bring more forward when
We doing all buildings now?
all 100%. 100%, every building will finally be interconnected, so I could just press an extension for any department in town versus physically having to dial that office, you know. It's gonna be the way it should be.
Is there a phone in the senior center by chance?
Yes,
That'll be tied into this?
yes. Yeah, every phone in the borough.
So the Optimum, right now, we have Optimum, and we're going to.
We have Optimum for our phone service.
Right.
And we pay close to 15 to 16,000 annually on all the lines, the voicemail, you know, everything they charge you.
Do you know if the Optimum, are they IP-based phones as well, or no?
The Optimum?
Yeah, the cloud-based phones?
Our phone system is IP-based, yes.
Right.
But the Optimum service, you know, is, I don't know, you guys know better
It's
than me.
IP-based.
Yeah, IP-based, so this is, again, where the savings is on the service.
Right.
So I got pricing from our current vendor and our current IT, and it's substantial. And the problem is, we have multiple problems, as Jane can attest to, Embry, and especially Terry, who tends to be the one calling for repairs when it happens often, need to fix it. We just can't operate this way. Just an update on the tobacco rules. You know, we passed an ordinance that would begin September 1st. Well, the state passed the law, January 1st. The age for smoking is 21. So what I advise the Board of Health to do is begin educating the businesses, don't start fining them tomorrow. Educate them, get their signage between now and the end of the year, and then enforce the ordinance January 1st. Okay?
November 1st, I think. But
In the ordinance? I
could be
thought it
wrong.
was September 15th.
I could be wrong.
Whatever it is, we're not gonna,
No, you know, our ordinance was September 1st, but the state one, I
Whatever the state date is, what, we're not gonna aggressive, we're gonna educate first and then move forward. Just wanna give you an update on that. Van Dam paving should be out to bid by Sunday. Leary Ave, slow process, but we finally got design on that. And, probably, it'll begin this year, but that's a full sewer water line replacement, so don't think it'll be paved this year, but sidewalks and the full utility needs time to settle once that's done. But we will begin all this. I was a little disappointed, the balance of our co-op paving, like the parking lot and a couple other streets weren't done in the summer for, many reasons, particularly availability of contractors. But I did say we are not paving the first week of school because that just drives me crazy.
What street was that with the sewer and water?
Leary, which has been funded ages ago. It's been on the table. We have community development block money on that one. Van Dam, we have DOT money on it. The only co-op in our road paving roads yet to still be done this year is William Street, Elizabeth towards the Star Lake side, and the Borough parking lot.
What is the scheduled time for the Borough parking lot? Is the car show gonna be here
It's,
on the 20th?
I'm told, I was just told today that it's next week. It'll be before the car show,
Okay.
but,
They're also supposed to be contacting the hall.
yeah, everyone will be
to work
notified.
around.
I just wanna make sure it's not milled.
Walk around pasta night, work around
Snowstorms on there.
court night. We have a lot of logistics to get in place. The theory is to do the front of Fireman's Hall first. This way, we can use that for parking, particularly for borough employees during the day, and then do the back another day. So I'll let everyone know. But I was just told today that it's supposed to be sometime next week. Till I see equipment in the parking lot, I can't tell you more than that. Just so everyone knows, we successfully obtained a grant. I mentioned it a few months ago. 2 grants. One, both for about roughly $7,000 from Atlantic Health Systems, Chilton Hospital. One was for training our first responders for mental health first aid. And the second grant was about $6,800 that we're hosting 2 8-hour classes, 2 4-hour sessions in November for our stigma-free committee. All right, and I have enough money to do, you could do 20 a class. So once I fill that, there is additional funds through the grant to do a second round if I need more than 20 people. You were all on the email I sent for this November class. The first responder class is September 20th here. The key officers that the chief chose to get trained will be present. Welcome to other towns. Also, any fire or first aid were invited as well. And again, the administering of that one is the Board of Health. The administering of the committee is through myself, making, if anyone's interested, contact me to get on the list of the November mental health first aid classes. Part of what we're doing in the stigma-free will be a color run in October, looking at October 15th, to bring attention to suicide awareness and prevention. This is a DECA project, which is a high school program for a student who's on our committee, Caitlin Monahan, who will be organizing this color run. We're still waiting for the Salvation Army, trying to have it inside the Salvation Army versus the route of the Koshka run. That'll be our second backup. So I'm just waiting on the logistics if the Salvation Army can offer that color run on October 15th. So look for that. September 16th is the fall concert and garden tours at the Senior Center. Begins at 4 p.m., concert at 5 p.m. Again, all this is advertised on all our social outlets and whatnot. So that's really what I have at this time.
I have one.
Yes, please. Away.
The garden.
Yes.
We're winding down, actually. It's hard to believe. I feel like it just started. And we will be opening, probably in January, we will be opening some plots. There's going to be a few people that are not going to be allowed back in, that we had some issues with. And, it was kind of a struggle that we had to, enforce rules for people, but we did. And so we'll have some plots that are open, and we know we'll have a few people that just simply won't be coming back, and others we will not be allowing back. But we're winding down, and we're going to be doing a cleanup day, I think, in November. And then we'll get things started a little earlier next year than we did this year,
Good.
just because
No, it was a great-
it's a new project.
Great first year for certain. I think better than I anticipated.
Oh,
Great, so congratulations to
absolutely.
you. But on that note, next Tuesday, we are invited to receive a grant that Dawn successfully applied for and received. We'll talk about it. Are you going to go next Tuesday?
I have to.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
kidding?
It's on my calendar, but
Absolutely.
I just haven't gotten that
You're
far
going
yet.
with me,
So,
right?
Yeah, that's my plan.
All right.
things could change, but that's my plan.
If not, when you were going.
All right, thank you, everyone. Next, moving on, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda
Second.
and discussion. I'm not going to make a fanfare now, but that time will come. On Jane's pending retirement effective December 31st, doesn't seem real, so I'm going to ignore it. No, kidding. But it's on the consent agenda to acknowledge that we received it. Again, now, I'm not going to get into anything emotional and long now, other than that we love Jane. I'm going to sorry to see her go, and we'll have a lot of time to celebrate. So it's here for that purpose, and I don't want anything think we're just blowing by it.
I'm
Because
happy for you, Jane. This is a celebration.
I'm happy for Marshalls, actually. Because that's where you're going to spend all our time. So no, but again, we'll have plenty of time to celebrate that.
John, what's the hiring of Kevin for Walty Bergen?
He was what happened was he made $10 an hour as the summer help, and the Walter T. Bergen workers got 15, so we couldn't just pay him that. It comes out to like $60-something. We just have to have it in the consent
So it's
agenda.
like a prorated thing?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but it's under $70 because he was only paid based on 10 to date, and that project was paid at 15. But we had nothing on the record to pay him 15 because he was hired as summer help at 10. Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Pending items, I need a motion for resolution 17-9.1, approval of the settlement agreement with and release with Flawless LLC. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, remember last meeting we tabled this, just waiting on the other party's consent, so we decided to table it. This is a long, ongoing issue that, again, I thank Fred's office for handling many, many years. It's been here before all of our times with construction violations, but we finally have an agreement, and it was never about us obtaining any money. It's just about getting the building into compliance and hopefully occupied, and that's the direction we're finally heading in, I believe. So thank you again, Fred, for a lot of time you spent on this Flawless matter.
Let's hope we get, it's all about compliance. That's
And
what
now we have an agreement.
the entire time.
That they have to do the right thing. So can I have a roll call on that, please?
Councilmembers Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Thank you. New business. I need a resolution 17-9.2 authorizing the hiring of Nicole Irving as part-time shelter attendant. It's $10 an hour, 15 hours per week. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmembers D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
And then I had one non-agenda item, which was I need a motion, resolution 9.3, hiring of Dawn Little, also $10 an hour, 15 hours a week, part-time animal shelter attendant. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
You got that? Discussion, again, just a reminder for the record, this is not new hires. These are replacing people who are no longer with us. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
I need a motion for late public comment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak? Here's looking at you. Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved.
Okay, governing body schedule, as Jane mentioned, September 11, 2017, 7 p.m., meet at Butler Park, candlelight to Sloan Park for 9/11 Memorial. September 19th, regular meeting, October 3rd, work session. We do have executive session, matter litigation, and 2 matters litigation, one matter personnel, and I'd ask for a motion to go in executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
At 8:24, we'll enter an exec. Thank you.